Welcome to Stage Pass. I'm Michael Monahan, and my guest tonight is local singer-songwriter Jim Masters. Jim, it's good to see you again.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you bet. Listen, did you grow up in southeastern Virginia?
I did. I've been in, my dad was in the military, and I was born way back in 1953. So I remember from 1954 to present day, I've been in Tidewater.
So what was it that pushed you towards playing an instrument, Jim? Did you have parents or siblings that played, or did you just go down that path on your own?
Well, no, I guess when I started getting interested in playing music with other people, I was probably 10 or 12. But before that, my dad played guitar, and they did bluegrass and they did gospel and they did anything, rockabilly, Elvis Presley and Ricky Nelson, all those people were out there at that time, beginning of rock and roll, which we were fortunate enough to live this whole thing, So I was exposed to all that, and it was just great. And then when I got to be like 10, 11, 12, if you had a guitar, you were all of a sudden in the band. We were doing these garage band jobs, around the neighborhood a little bit, so it was fun.
You released a CD of original music in 2013 called Night Train. Can you tell me a little bit about what went into recording that?
Yeah, that was Next Train.
Next Train. I'm sorry.
That's okay, not a problem. That came out in 13, I believe it was. And reason that happened, I had all these songs that I'd written, and I just wanted to kind of capture them for my grandkids. And then it kind of evolved into a CD at what happened. I asked a friend of mine to start recording, Joe France, and we went over to his house and we started recording some things over there. And it was just going to be me and a guitar. And I said, well, another friend of mine can play bass. Another friend of mine said, next thing it turned into a band thing. Singer-songwriter to a band thing. And I knew nothing about recording, and we learned how to do it with that CD. And it was a lot of fun doing it, and I do appreciate everybody that contributed their time and energies to it. And that kind of got me on this gigging out like I'm doing now, because I never really played out as a solo artist. I was in a band in 94. Cumberland County Line was a southern rock band, and we did that to about 98. But after I did the CD in 13, put that out, I said, I'm going to try to be a musician for a year. So I went out there, and here it is, 2023, and I'm still doing it.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any plans to record a follow-up?
Actually, the song we're going to be talking about today and playing is on my next CD. I'm hoping to have it released by end of this year, the first part of next year. And it's going to be more singer-songwriter oriented. It's not going to be too much drums and bass in it. I'll have some bass and mandolin, things like that, but it's going to be more of a rootsy album CD. And it's all original tunes. There'll be 10 of them on it, and I'm really looking forward to putting this one out.
I bet. We'll be looking forward to hearing some more from that. And in fact, be sure and stay in touch, and when it comes out, we'd love to have you come back and talk about that when it's all wrapped up.
I will.
Your new song that we're going to hear tonight is called Thanks to You. And let's go ahead and listen to that now. This is Jim Masters performing on Stage Pass for WHRV and the Acoustic Highway with Barry Graham.
Weatherman said it's gonna rain today, 'cause there's a warm front moving in. Snow-covered fields gonna melt away as life returns with the coming of spring. It rained all day, then it rained all night. Break of dawn, the sky was clear. The sun shined down and it warmed the earth. Shades of yellow and blue covered the fields. How I ever got this lucky, that's anybody's guess. Thanks to you, you came along, you made me strong. That's what you did. Thanks to you, you picked me up when I fell down. That's what you did. Thanks to you, you helped me through, and I'm loving my life with you. Thanks to you, thanks to you, thanks to you. On the back porch, drinking coffee, staring out across a cotton field. An eagle flies across the clear blue sky, and I thank to God for every day you are here. How I ever got this lucky, no, that's anybody's guess. Thanks to you, you came along, made me strong. That's what you did. Thanks to you, you picked me up when I fell down. That's what you did. Thanks to you, you helped me through, and I'm loving my life with you. Thanks to you. Thanks to you, thanks to you.
That's a very personal sounding song. I suspect you wrote this with someone specific in mind.
It turned out that way, Mike. I know you've written songs too, and they don't always end up where you start. This one, we do a lot of camping and I go to a lot of fishing and things like that. And that morning, when I started writing that song, I was just writing about the morning, and it would happen to be a Sunday morning. And I was looking around, and I just jotted down everything that come to my mind. I turned on a mic in the studio, and I just started playing it. And I went out and sat on this little swing I got out front of the studio. And I sat there looking at the clouds and looking at everything. And I was very at peace with myself when I started writing this song. And that's what it was all about. I was just trying to express those feelings of how comfortable I was that particular morning. As I went along, I realized how lucky I really am. I've been married now for 49 years. Got a great family. I got a son and a daughter. I got grandkids. We worked hard for everything we got. My wife and I always worked 2 jobs, 3 jobs sometimes. And I was just very grateful that day when I started writing this song.
When you go to write a song, how do you go about composing it? Do you come up with a melody idea first, or do you come up with some words, or is it chord changes? What usually strikes you when you sit down to write?
Usually, I usually have a guitar or a mandolin or maybe even a bass, and that dictates kind of the which way the song's going. I mean, each one of those instruments have a different texture to it, and that kind of carries me maybe to a rootsy song, a bluegrass song, or a rock and roll song, whatever, And but it's usually a guitar riff or chord progression that I kind of started out with. And then if that progression tells me the song ought to be a somber song or a happy song, that's kind of the way I go with it. I use everything from I'll look on the internet and I'll try to, like, I'm trying to write. They had a song contest show up on my web Facebook page, said write a song about resilience. So I had to look up what resilience really meant, and then say, okay, well, I challenged myself with it. I haven't sent it to anybody, of course, but I look through the dictionary, I look through the internet, I'll find whatever it is on the subject matter, and if it fits the way I'm feeling and the chord progressions and the way the song's going, that's probably the way I'm gonna write about,
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I just did a job out in Franklin, and the mayor was there, and this was at the Hub Vine out in Franklin, and they came to me and they told me that song, we just experienced 2 killings in our neighborhood here. And that song was a perfect song for us tonight. Oh. And that's what you want to hear as a songwriter.
You bet.
So yeah, it's a great process, and I really enjoy doing it. And I try not to write towards a particular goal. I don't want to. I don't want to be too cavalier about anything. I want to take my songwriting seriously to a point, but at the same token, it's got to be lighthearted, or you just depress everybody with it.
That's doable. I've done it. I found out that I had a real knack for writing very sad, depressing songs, and I had a hard time breaking that.
You put a little Jack Daniels in with that, you got it, man.
Oh goodness, Jim, where are you going to be playing next?
Okay, I'm going to be at it. Let me see here. I'm going to be at Dock of the Bay out in Carrollton, Virginia. Dock of the Bay is going to be 21st of September, and I'm at Surrey Seafood on the 20th, backing up. I play those two places. I play Surrey Seafood on every third Wednesday, and I play Dock of the Bay on every third Thursday.
Oh, great.
So,
Awesome.
but you can also go to jimmastersmusic.com, and you can see all my schedule and follow me around if you want to.
Well, Jim, thanks so much for sharing your music and your time with me. I really appreciate it. It was real good to hear from you and see you again. It's been a long time.
It has been. It's great to see you, Mike.
That's going to do it for us this week. This is Michael Monahan for Stage Pass. Now back to the Acoustic Highway and your host, Barry Graham, on 89.5 WHRV.